I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, July the 26th, 2016. A young Palestinian woman was shot and wounded by Israeli security guards this morning after she rushed at them, ignoring their calls to stop. The woman was said to be 18 years old and from the Arab village of Akkab. She ran at the guards at the Kalandia checkpoint in the West Bank at an inspection area designated only for vehicles. She was told several times by the guards to stop, but she ignored those calls and continued to come at them. The guards then fired at the woman's leg, lightly injuring her. She was treated at the scene by Magen David Adom paramedics, and according to the Times of Israel, a knife was later found in her bag. Israel's President Reuven Rivlin said the attack on a church in Normandy, France this morning that left an elderly priest dead shows the need for the free world to understand that, quote, our values are under attack. Two armed men claiming allegiance to the Islamic State entered the church in Saint-Étienne-des-Rouvray during Mass this morning, taking 5 people hostage, including 84-year-old priest Jacques Hamel, whom they murdered. The terrorists were killed by French police after they stormed the church. Rivlin said Israel stands side by side with the people of France. The head of the European Jewish Congress, Moshe Cantor, said the attack at the Catholic Church was an attack against all religions. And World Jewish Congress President Ronald Lauder stressed that the war we are currently facing is not between religions, but between good and evil. Lauder said, we must speak out and not be silent. We must defend each other and we must look after one another, one religious community after the other, one country after the other. A controversial law which will allow local rabbinates in Israel, which run public mikvahs or ritual baths, to determine which organizations it will permit to use its facilities. The bill was passed by the Knesset last night. It was introduced by the United Torah Judaism Party. The conservative and reform movements, both in Israel and in the U.S., have strongly criticized the bill, which would in effect allow the rabbinates to bar the progressive Jewish denominations in Israel from using public mikvahs for their conversion ceremonies. Jewish Agency Chairman Natan Sharansky said this bill, which offers no solution to the non-Orthodox denominations, circumvents the rulings of the High Court of Justice. It is unfortunate, he said, that the bill passed before such a solution was ensured. Director of the Masorti, or conservative movement in Israel, Yitzhar Hess, slammed the new law as, quote, un-Jewish and undemocratic. A group of bipartisan senators is asking President Barack Obama to award the Presidential Medal of Freedom to the late Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel in recognition of his contributions to the civil rights movement. Heschel famously marched alongside Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. during the civil rights movement and was known as a voice for social justice, civil rights, and tolerance for all people. The initiative to honor the late rabbi is being led by Ohio Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, July the 26th. At 8 o'clock, Orthodox Jewish transgender activist and author Yiska Smith talks about her life's journey. At 9 o'clock, Mark Golub sits down with Rabbi Brad Hirschfield, who is president of CLAL, the National Jewish Center for Learning and Leadership, on issues including gay marriage. And at 10 o'clock, Rabbi Stephen Greenberg, who is director of CLAL's Diversity Project, discusses the challenge of homosexuality in the Jewish tradition and Jewish community. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, it's Election 2016 as Mark Golub speaks with Washington, D.C. Bureau Chief of the JTA, Ron Campius, who is at the Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, July the 26th, 2016. I'm Teisha Bader.